I think had we had a place like Wiggle Room when my sons were younger, I think we wouldn't have been so isolated. My sons would have had a chance to interact with other children, like them or not like them, with people who could handle whatever came at them. And they could have just played and existed with other children. I think even today, where we're at on our journey with autism, I think it would still be helpful. For my sons, they are more used to not participating in things that children do because they haven't had the opportunities, or people who are willing to put in the effort to help them learn to play like other children play. So I think even now it'll be helpful for them to learn just how to play on things and how to play games, and that's going to be huge. Learning about Wiggle Room. My sons are 10. I kind of wish that was around when they were 3 and 4. But now that they're 10, I understand they can still go to this Wiggle Room and get some of their energy out. I think recently we stopped attending a gym locally. They were kind. They really tried to work with my sons, but it was just really difficult for them to understand what the boys needed and what not to do to them, not to trigger them, and not to, trigger meltdowns. My initial thoughts when I first heard about Wiggle Room was I was excited. I was happy to hear that Ricky and Julie were doing something like that for children with sensory needs. People should care about this type of gym because it meets the needs of all children. All children need some kind of sensory place to go play, and I think Wiggle Room for my children would focus on their needs. Having autism, both of my sons have autism, and they need a place to run and jump and play the way they need to play, not play the way somebody might structure a play session. We've joined a few gyms for children, and usually we don't go back after the first week or so because it's structured in a way that my children, having autism, that they cannot participate. They can't sit still for a long time. They want to just try everything out. So when they walk into a children's gym, they want to jump in the ball pit. They want to swing on the swings. But usually you have to sit in a group and talk about what you're going to do first. And by then, my children have kind of lost interest. Or sometimes we're just asked not to come back. I support this project that Ricky and Julie are starting because they'll not only meet the needs of children with autism or sensory needs, but I think they'll be able to help or create a place where any child could play. The reason I think Ricky and Julie would be successful in creating a place like this, for starters, knowing Ricky as long as I have and having watched him with my children and other children, he's a natural, I think, with children in general. And it kind of, I don't know how else to describe it other than it's a natural thing with him. He knows what a person needs. So I would even say he's probably good with people of all ages. So I know he knows what children with sensory issues need in a play place. And I've met Julie afterward, but I've seen her just with her children, and knowing the dynamic between the two of them and watching them, they're just a really upbeat, positive, happy couple, now a happy family. And I just think they would really do a great job, a great service to children with sensory needs.